It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Chef.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met in... Drop behind the line.
He was brought down by Ja'Kai Polite. Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Wide, get wide.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Got three down. Key in 21. Watch the edge.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Good night, baby.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Check 43.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And the catch made by Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check 52's the mic. Check it.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now Prescott. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 15. After the interception, here's Watson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Out of the gun, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight.
Watson gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, it's Watson. They'll set up the screen to Smith. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
What's up? 19. Stick is the mic. Check pass, check pass.
Third and 2, Watson steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Smith, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 3-0 after 1 on ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check your hot read.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Kill. 36.
Now Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra points. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Point after here coming up. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw is Watson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the kick by Butker is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. No, 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 off. Check 13, check 13.
Here's Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Check three, check three.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score, Cowboys 21, Texans 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you have to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Texans.
Six right there. Let's put him on the buses.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike,
Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
On first down, Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on third down, Watson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
You don't want no problem with me.
Intended for PPQT. Landon Collins on the coverage.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is incomplete. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Prescott from the gun. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got his man, that's Harry. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go again. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Switch. 61. Match back. Right.
On the jet sweep, here's Harry.
Get there.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Here we go. Hey, Mike, 51. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. He's crashing.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds Taylor, complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Switch. 22, check, bomber. Check, 22, check, bomber. Shit, watch the shit.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott.
Run, go!
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 15 now. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike, 54. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Here's Watson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And the Texans first down.
Watson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check tight.
Watson looks to throw again. He's letting this one go for... Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown.
Touchdown, Houston.
Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And some space here. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott 65 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
56. Squeeze, double. Pick it.
Here's Watson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. The Texans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun. Watson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 in picking up the first.
Texans first down.
This is it. 54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Got an open man. It's QT. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Houston.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Watson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. 3 down. 24. 26, Mike. 26.
Throwing again is Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Let's go. Bang, 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 bang. Kill.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
951. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Watson throwing again. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 56. Mike's 56.
I can't believe they even let you play.
To the air yet again. Watson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Watson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Watson, and a little floater there is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Watson now. Going to throw again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Mike 56. You.
Hey, 24.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Out of the gun, Watson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. 51. Let's go, D.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Watson on the keeper.
This is it. 19. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Slam, slam.
Check 31. Check 31. Down and go.
And they will take a knee here.
Watson on the keeper.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
Watson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.